Hi, this is Andy from Make Me a DJ. Today I'm going to show you how to make a Reese bassline. You've probably heard of Reese in lots of drum and bass tracks and jungle tracks in the past. So we're going to dive straight in. The first thing that we want to do is insert a new Midi track. So we just do that by right-clicking in an empty space, insert a new Midi track. Head over to the Instruments tab on the left-hand side. Double-click on Analog to load that instrument. So the first thing that we want to do is go to the Master tab on the analog synth. We want to change the voices to mono. Because we're creating a bass line, we only want to play single notes. Next, we need to check that both oscillators are set to output a soul wave. Let's detune the first one by about 0.24. And the second one, we're going to do the opposite, so we're going to do minus 0.24. That's going to create some fluctuation in the wave. It's giving some sort of phasing. So let's head to the filter section. Make sure that it's the low pass 24 filter. That usually gives the best results for this. Let's set it to about 500 Hz and the resonance about 50. The envelope option we're going to set to about 3.63. Let's set the key section to 1.50. That's going to open or close the filter based on what key you're playing. So in this instance, the filter is going to open up more when we press a higher key. And we're going to change the decay of the envelope to 864. That makes it a little bit less plucky now. Okay, so we're done in analog now. We're going to process this sound a little bit more with some effects. So let's add on the overdrive that Ableton has. Let's pinch the circle and bring it down and focus the frequencies. Set the dynamics to around 10% and the dry wet to 42%. If we set the drive to 65% and the tone to 50, leave it how it is. So we're going to add some interest here. Head to the Max for Live section and insert the LFO tool. If we map that to the frequency of the overdrive, it's going to give a kind of sweeping effect of the frequencies. So I had mine set to 0.52 Hz. I had the depth set to 24.4 and -4 for the offset. So on top of this, we want to put it in a bigger space, so we need to add some reverb for that. I've set the decay of the reverb at about 1.51 seconds, but you can adjust that and fine tune it a little bit more. Now to really glue the sounds together and bring it all out, we're going to add an amp on top of this. If we change the output to dual, it means that we're now in stereo. Let's set the dry wet to around 20%, just to give it a little bit. There's plenty of parameters that you can automate and play around with, but that's up to you to create your own sound.